I put together a book between November 1st, 2013 and October 31st, 2014. What I'd set myself out to do was to do the 365 days of Halloween, which later became the title of the book. I'd seen other people that had done the 31 days, and I'd seen people who had decided to take on other year-long projects, but no one that had ever done something with Halloween for an entire year like that with art. So I decided to set parameters for myself. I didn't want it to be too easy, but I didn't want it to be insanely difficult either. I needed to complete a work of art each day that in some fashion had a Halloween element to it. So that meant that I could start something on any given day during the course of the project. But if I wanted to use it on a particular day, it had to be completed on that day. For example, the works up here on the wall, that was day 365, and I didn't do that in one day. I did it a little bit here, a little bit there, until on Halloween of that year, the 365th day, I finished it, and it became the cover artwork. So, needless to say, by the end of the year, I have 365 artworks that I've put together. Now I had to go through the task of photographing them, so I had a friend that was a photographer come over here, and on January 1st of 2014, we spent an entire day here photographing all 365 works, which now meant that I had hundreds and hundreds of photos in total, because each one of those works we're going to photograph a few times to make sure we get one good shot of each piece of artwork. Then I had to go through and edit all of them to the final 365, add in some additional photos that were going to be used in the introduction of the book, and then I had to go through and make sure all the captions were correct and add additional stories to them, because some of them are going to be interesting things during the course of a year, where maybe, for example, one of the pumpkins has a black eye. There's a story behind that, and it was me that had the black eye. So I told the story as to why that pumpkin had a black eye on that particular day. I had one that was done on a kiss ticket. I had some that were done on bar napkins, because I'd forgot my sketchbook on the trip that we took that year, celebrating a successful first full-fledged Halloween and summer festival, street festival, that we hosted out here. And we just took off spur of the moment as far as, we planned the trip, but once we got there, once we were about to leave, I said, let's go. Because there's so much still left to do, and I said, no, we need to get out of town and relax and celebrate. And so I forgot my art stuff, but I had to finish the project, so I had to find things to draw and paint on. But the book did get released, and it's by no stretch of the imagination anywhere near a New York Times bestseller, but I don't know, maybe someday it will get enough notice and I'll sell more than the handful of dozen copies that I've sold at this point.